we hadn't.
If you're looking for a keynote speaker for your next event, look no further than Miss Mimi of Mimi Speaks, specializing in panel discussions, women's luncheons and conferences, and fashion shows and trade shows. Miss Mimi brings her unique blend of experience and training to make a lasting impression on your guests and clients. With powerful, engaging, thought-provoking topics and presentations, Miss Mimi will provide your guests with meaningful takeaways and life-changing revelations. Also available for red carpet interviews and premieres. Email us today at iambissmeme@gmail.com for booking information. That's iambissmeme@gmail.com. If you're looking
Black coffee with a side of tea starts now only on Stunner Radio.
Back. It has been a little bit of a hiatus for us.
Yes.
We are happy to be back in our room.
Yes.
Ours.
Yes.
So how exciting is this?
It's super exciting.
Yes. Of course, we start our beginning of every show with how are you doing, ladies? Let's do a quick check-in. We have a few sisters who are going to join us here in a second. But we're going to start with Lysa and the Cult Jam and see what y'all been going through. How you doing, ladies?
I'm great. I'm doing good. I'm just loving life, living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you people.
I know.
Hey. And I'm just loving life, and taking it as it comes. I am starting this day as a 49-year-old person, and it's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling. And that's about it. I mean, we're in our new spot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yes.
But I'm happy. I'm feeling good.
Same. Lysa, the the oldest birthday. No, I'm the oldest birthday. Didn't you?
In the middle.
There you go. In the middle birthday.
I am happy to be 42.
Amen.
I had a hard week.
Yeah.
I lost one of my friends. Rest in peace, Fatto. And we grew up together, and it was just, I want to call attention to the reason why it hit me so hard is because he's been fighting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He's been fighting for like almost a year.
Okay.
And yes,
okay.
Like he was on life support for a very long time.
Okay.
And he got off life support, came home and everything. And I think that's the reason it hit me so hard, because you have that immortality feeling. You feel like they're never gonna, they're gonna win the fight, period.
Right.
And that's what hit me hard, because that's Fatto, he gonna win.
Right.
And it was hard. So guys, love your people while they're here.
That's real.
And I had been saying this earlier this year that, I have friends that I haven't seen, I haven't checked on, I haven't called and stuff. And I've been making it my business to do that a little bit before this happened, but I fell off. I can check myself on that.
Right.
Let's not fall off, guys. Let's do some friend check-ins. Let's do some family check-ins, and let's appreciate people while they're here, because you never know when they're gonna go.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point. We are at the check-in. So how are you, Zozo?
I am doing good. Had a stressful week, just being very productive, trying to take care of things that I need to take care of.
Right.
I'm going to Cancun in June.
Ooh, all right now.
Okay.
Well, it's actually Tulum. I have to fly to Cancun. So we're going to Tulum or Tulum?
Tulum.
Oh, I said
I thought it was Tulum.
Oh.
I think it's both.
Okay.
But yeah, just trying to get stuff in order for that and planning a wedding still.
All right now.
Are you going to Temptation?
Who?
To Temptation in Tulum?
Oh, I don't know about it.
No. Oh,
I don't know.
That's not the name of the resort?
No, I don't know the resort. Yeah, we're getting an Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
It's for my best friend's birthday. So.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Cheers.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be there in July.
Okay.
We are getting the heck out of here in Cancun as well. So looking forward to that. Yeah, it's been a week. It's been it felt like, okay, it's Monday, and then I looked up and it was Friday. It was just every day there was something, and it was just kind of hard to keep coming. Every day it was just whatever. But it has been very exciting in that I can also anticipate the birthing of a lot of things on the other side. So it's like, okay, let's grind. Let's work. Let's get thoughts down. Let's get a plan, and then nose to the grindstone is what it feels like the next season is going to be.
Okay.
Taking a lot of steps.
Yeah, so we'll see how all of that works.
Well, we got some catching up to do. Last time there was a black coffee with a side of tea, it was in February.
Yeah.
Can you believe now we are in April? We
halfway through April.
Yeah, we halfway through April. So a lot of things have transpired.
So the first thing that I noted that we did not get to talk about, and it may or may not, have any staying power with us, but the whole Derrick Jackson wife thing.
Ooh, child.
That lasted a lot longer than I thought it would, just because it kept coming back with different iterations. So first it was, they had this scandal. Then there was this book. Then there was this, the bonnet took on its own sort of life.
And no bra.
She didn't have a bra?
No.
Oh, Lord, I didn't even notice that. So, and we can definitely put that on the table and play with it a little while, or we can knock it right off. It does not matter to me. But I do know that we did not. That was one that I would have enjoyed kind of talking to you guys about, and we didn't hit that one.
Well, I think I've said everything I need to say about Derrick Jackson. I feel like his wife is in denial.
Okay.
She's one of those people that's so holy she ain't no earthly good.
Okay.
And she made this video talking about, I got on the whole armor of God and all this foolishness. But do your husband got on the whole armor of God? He's in question. We're not really too much questioning you except for your mental capacity. But as far as the armor of God, my guy ain't got on the armor of God. Well, your guy, he got on the armor of God.
And he apparently ain't got no protection either.
Right. Prophylactic.
Well, do we know he's not using protection?
Well, he supposedly is a baby.
I hadn't heard the fact of the baby being on there.
I hear that.
So here's my thing right here. This is kind of like on topic and kind of off topic.
Okay.
I'm so sick and tired of black women being expected to put up with the bull.
Yes.
Because you're not going to have no baby on me. Because we have seen it on so many reality shows and people putting up with stuff. We've seen it some of us in our own families.
Yes.
I am not the one for that. And I'm sick and tired of people thinking that we need to put up with the bull. If you have a baby on me, boy, bye.
Right. I think that she's doing what she would like to do, and I think that there are some things that are not public about the reason why she's staying.
I don't care what the reason is.
She's exploiting it in her favor. Yes.
Is she doing a bad job at it?
Monetarily.
She's doing a bad job at it.
He has publicly embarrassed her.
Well, so humiliated her.
Yeah.
So did Kirk.
Kirk who?
Kirk Frost.
Yeah, but look at how old girl looked too.
Yeah.
Rashida looked good.
Right.
Yeah, Rashida stayed.
And she was good.
Always.
Rashida definitely has to fall back.
Right.
She can stand her own. Stand on her own.
You're not going to humiliate me and have me looking crazy.
That's it.
I think that she is capitalizing on the situation is what I think.
Girl.
I don't know. I never knew who he was.
Yeah.
I never knew who she was.
Ever.
But it seems to me like she's a little too okay and a little too cool with the situation.
Because she seems young and dumb. She seems green. She seems like somebody been in church their whole life. Ain't never seen a lash nowhere. Don't know nothing about lip liner. Don't know nothing about no foundation, Spanx, push-up bra. Don't even have no clue what a track is. Probably think it's something to run on.
I don't know.
So
well, she was fine.
Fine or
fine.
I see the picture. She was fine.
A slit.
fine.
She was fine.
Like, okay.
But she was fine. I see what she was like. She wasn't duo. She wasn't double. She wasn't fine.
She was like Jessica Rabbit on one of the pictures I saw.
No, y'all need to stop.
I saw that same picture. It was like Jessica Johnson.
I can't. But and that's the other thing. Like, everybody was blasting her image, right? Her look. Because that was what people kept coming at her for. It was like, how you gonna be on here and your husband got you looking crazy and you looking crazy?
Hold it.
Because that's the one thing.
Did y'all see the meme where it was like she holding her hand like black people hold them have wings?
I've seen the meme of Willie Tyler and Lester,
I feel bad.
and a lot of people don't know who that is.
I was like,
Oh, Willie Tyler and Lester, that's from back in the day. The only black man that was on every variety show with his dummy. His man.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And I seen the meme of them being them, and that was so appropriate.
I did see that. Yes.
But my thing is this: black people, and I don't care where you go in the world, the number one thing black people don't like is looking crazy.
That's right.
You're not finna have me looking crazy. Period. Period. We do not like being embarrassed.
No.
You're not finna humiliate me. You're not finna have me looking crazy. So we can have all type of conversations behind closed doors. We can do a whole type of lots of stuff. I mean, we can even put up with some stuff. But the minute you put me on Front Street, behind closed doors, the minute you put me on Front Street, have me looking crazy, it's over. Yeah. I'm not gonna look crazy for nobody. And that's because we prideful people. We have our pride. And you're not gonna humiliate me.
Right.
Now, if I was sitting there, I would find solace. I would find some type of consolation in the fact that I was fine.
Right.
So I would have got the whole treatment.
Right.
If he would have said, "We finna make a statement about
Right.
baby,
Oh, you want me to hold some hands?
Beyonce's
I need
Baby.
crystals, all of those. Yes,
I'm gonna need you to spend at least 4 digits on my makeover because I'm finna be looking fine.
Right.
And you're not finna have me looking crazy and, like you said, looking crazy. So I feel bad for her because she don't even know the importance of it. She's like, I can't believe people are getting caught up in the way I look. Baby, this America.
Right. Everything.
What you thought this was?
You should know.
Right.
It's always about how you look.
And especially how y'all look. Especially when there's a cheating situation, there's always the next of like, what did the cheatee look like? Right? What did the recipient of the cheating?
That's true.
And then there's the comparison of, well, it would have gone to that one if he looking like, right? And so why is it that why are we even looking at her as though there's something? Because on the one hand, we're saying, okay, you're being victimized, you're being played. And then on the other hand, it's like, well, you should be looking good while you get played. How do we have?
It's not an excuse for it. It's not a double standard for me. It doesn't matter how she looked.
Okay.
You still shouldn't have did that.
Right.
You still shouldn't have done that. But your wife, your wife should want to look presentable for you.
But what if that's what they've set up, right? So what if he's got this whole, you gotta downplay your beauty, you gotta,
that's
you
abuse
goes out there. Okay,
that's
valid. That's
not healthy. That's toxic and that's abusive. I agree with Zoe. It's not a double standard because what she does for herself, her keeping her appearance up looking good, that's for her.
That's you yourself.
That's for her. Yeah. But coming on and you can explain to the world in my face talking about you had sex with several women. You know, first of all.
And she does not her head.
But they've already done it.
This needs to be a virtual interview.
Okay.
That
makes sense. Now that makes sense. Now if behind closed doors they've already dealt with it and she feels the way she feels about it, okay, I can see you just nodding.
Of course they did.
But me personally, me as a woman who would be right, even if I dealt with it, I'm not the woman that's just gonna sit there and nod my head.
Right. Did y'all see the one where the ladies throat kicked the guy after they did a thing, and they were on a talk show, and it was like a moment of truth or whatever, and they had to be honest, and she asked, did he sleep with somebody else? And she just sat there like this, and she said, tell me again what you did. And what he did, she kicked him right in his throat. Oh, his chair fell over.
But you know, I don't condone violence. I will say this need to be a virtual interview. You don't need to be in the same room for you to sit in my face and say I've been unfaithful several times. Man, what?
And he was like, I had the cake and I ate ice cream.
I'm not gonna be able to sit there.
Yeah, there was some pride. There was some cockiness too.
Especially, and see, let's keep it all the way 100. Let's keep it all the way 100. And you know your man, and you know the things he do.
And
you know the things that he like done to him too.
Right.
Yeah.
Or maybe
you're looking at him crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna sit in my face because you know it's going through your mind.
Well, you know what? We're not gonna do that.
No,
I'm not gonna do it.
No,
I'm not.
I don't care how much of the armor of God I got on. The armor of God is not gonna help me because I'm gonna take off that helmet of salvation.
The breastplate.
I'm gonna take off the breastplate of righteousness. I'm gonna put down the sword of the spirit. Come on. And I'm gonna put up.
You gonna put it down?
I'm gonna pick up the switchblade of Chicago.
And we're gonna pull out and cop the piece.
Okay. I just feel like he used her. And I'm so tired of Black women having to be the ones. I think that's just too much. It's too much. We do too much suffering, and people expect us to keep going and going and going. And I'm just not here for that. I ain't signing up for none of that. I'm letting everybody know. I don't care who you are. I'm not signing up for no suffering, no bull, none of that in no relationship, whether it be a friendship, relative, romantic, none of it. I have checked out of that. I'm not doing it no more.
It would definitely be a Kirk and Rashida situation where, he got put out and all that good.
Right.
Yeah. You're going to have to work and make your way back. Yeah. Exactly.
Because
you're going to have to
there will be no pride in how you are retelling the story, because you also recognize that there was stuff that you had to go through to come back.
Right.
So there's nothing happy about that.
Pause. Now you're adding in another baby.
Exactly.
Now that's real.
I don't know about that.
Right.
I can't do it.
I don't know if I'm able to do that.
Right.
Because now you violated me.
Right.
Yes.
You violated me.
And now I gotta look at that child for the rest of that child's life. And it's not that child's fault.
And not feel
And
away.
that child is innocent. So I would never
Yeah.
mistreat someone else's child. So let me take myself out of the situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the minute you say anything to me about that child,
It's
the minute you ask me to do something for that child,
Right.
the minute that child rises up and think he's gonna talk bad, it's just too much. It's
Right.
too much. And to me, I consider this. If the shoe's on the other foot, a man is not staying. I don't care what they say.
No.
They will talk that talk, but when the shoe get on the other foot,
Right.
they gone.
Right.
Cause they gonna keep saying,
Right.
I can't. Every time I see that child, I can't remember. I remember.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
so why do you
watch,
think
you gotta
I
watch
should
my
be
body
able to
change
Right.
with this other man?
And I actually do know
Totally.
somebody that the man did come back after she cheated and had another child, but he still throws that in her face
Exactly. That's
more
what
than
it is.
5 years later.
Okay.
because it hurts.
And see,
And that's not
Because it's
Exactly.
hurting,
And
and he
that's
should
not
not stay, because you cannot. Some wounds can't be healed.
right.
It's just like if somebody cut your leg off, your leg can't grow back.
right.
You can get surgery to heal the part that's left, but you are missing a leg.
Right.
And it's the same way emotionally and spiritually. When somebody wound you that deep, ain't nothing you can do
It's
to move
hard
on
to
with your
go
life.
back.
That's
It's
right.
hard to turn around.
You're
That's right.
not the same person anymore. And that's why I feel bad about women like that who feel compelled to be the bigger person. Or I'm looking for my new life in heaven. Girl,
Call me childish.
I'm like, oh girl, Baptist in heaven. Yes, honey. We not on that.
Right. I look like a child. That's fine.
Right.
And I appreciate that analogy of the amputated leg, because the reality is when there is that kind of injury done, you really that is a chunk that is gone.
Yes.
And you can continue to function. We can get you a prosthesis. We can get you to the point to where you can manage life. But as far as that relationship, like, there has been irreparable damage done to that. And I think that a lot of times we've been trained to cover that trauma up because we feel like we have to take it, because having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. That's what the musicians say.
That's a lie from the pit of hell.
But it's like a lot of times
the hottest part of hell.
That's where a lot of those messaging comes from. Whether it's from your parents, or whether it's from society, or whether it's from the man, because a lot of these women, or a lot of women, get into relationships young with men who have or young boys who have ideas that they haven't formed themselves. They're just carrying them on.
But it's two things that I would like for us to discuss. One is the thing, like you said, about, I can still function after you've injured me so hard. But one thing I think people need to understand, when you injure someone emotionally, and I'm gonna go back to the example of a cut off leg. They walk different because their leg cut off.
Come on.
They can't run no more because their leg cut off.
Yeah.
So you will injure somebody emotionally and expect them to still be able to stretch and forgive you for things, still be able, and you will injure somebody and they say, you don't talk like you used to. We used to have long talks. Of course we don't have long talks no more.
Yeah.
I can't do that no more.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
I
I'm
don't
injured.
trust you anymore.
Right.
I'm injured.
Yeah.
It would just be
Yes.
like asking somebody with a carved leg to run a marathon. Yeah, I used to run marathons. I got one leg now.
Yeah.
So I think people need to understand. I don't like when people know they've wronged you and know they have literally gutted you emotionally and feel like you should just pop back up and be Pollyanna and let's have these long talks like we used to.
Absolutely.
And, you know, let's go out like we used to. No.
Right.
Unreasonable expectations.
If you're going to stay with me in my disabled state, you need to understand that I cannot function like I used to. And a lot of us are emotionally and spiritually disabled.
Yep.
Because no amount of healing is going to bring back that part of you that was damaged.
Absolutely.
It's gone.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that when they get into the dating world. I mean, being in the dating world will show you it's some wounded soldiers out here, especially black men. I mean, some black men haven't got over a high school situation.
Come on.
Something that happened in high school and you like, let that go. Well, how can you tell them to let it go?
But that's why police are killing black men, because they haven't gotten over being picked on
Being
in high school.
or being scared of the black kid at their school, or being told don't go by that, because you know it's an injury and people need to handle. I've always been a big advocate for mental health. See it just like you see physical health. Because when you see it that way, you will understand. You know, a lot of people feel like, oh, she should just be more open and she should just be more talkative. You do not see her disability.
Right.
Well, people need to stop saying what people should be.
Right.
For one.
That's right.
Because you're not walking that walk.
Right.
If you're not walking that walk, then shut up and don't talk that talk.
Right. And I feel like we shouldn't put ourselves in situations when you know, this is my name, when you know you have been disabled. You know, if I had my arm broke and they fixed it to the best of their ability, I'm not gonna try to be on no pro basketball team. I can't shoot ball no more.
Right.
So I feel like the same with spiritual and emotional injuries. When you know you wounded, don't try to jump in nothing. Don't do it, because you're not gonna give that person. You can't.
You
can't give it to them. You're still injured.
You still have to recover and build yourself back up in order to be with somebody and progress and continue on something productive and positive.
And they have to understand you can only play at a certain level.
Yes.
You may never be Prince Charming again,
Right.
because you're so injured.
You're hurt.
Yes, because I'm never gonna be Betty Crocker ever again.
Right.
I was Betty Crocker and Martha Stewart all wrapped in one, and still got poo-pooed on.
Right.
You know,
Right.
This is a censored show. I can't say what I want. But that'll never happen again.
Right.
That part of me is gone.
Okay, so
I'm gonna overeat you to
let me
death.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So I was having this conversation the other day, and it's so crazy you said that. So if a man comes to you and he's offering everything, bringing everything to the table that needs to be done, shower, you doing, you know, all the bare minimum and above and beyond, would you still decline to be Betty Crocker?
I feel like Betty Crocker's no longer in me, because I have to go back to the example of a broke leg or an amputated leg.
For whoever.
That was a part of me that no longer exists. It's gone.
And
That
maybe
part of me
associated with
is
a certain
gone.
trauma. So.
Now, I mean, like she said, getting prosthetic.
Prosthetic.
I might can get a little prosthetic as far as emotionally and go through some things, some exercises, and do halfway of what Betty Crocker used to be.
Okay.
But what I used to be, it'll never happen again. Not because of lack of desire, just like that.
You shut
That is gone.
Yeah, you shut that kind, because I know for me, it was like there's a level of commitment and vulnerability and love and energy that went into me doing those things.
Yes.
And when you disrespected me, the desire to even provide that for you or anybody, because
that's
you
the person that one particular person did that to you. So how can you express that on everyone
I think
that you come in contact with?
I think to make it clear, it's not that the desire is not there, because the desire is.
Okay.
The ability, that's what people don't understand. Ability is just not there, because when you come into something with a pure heart, you can do things you never could do before. I mean, think about when you first have a baby. Nobody tells you what to do, but you love that baby so much. You just figure it out.
Whatever
you figure it out.
Yeah.
And when you are devastated emotionally and somebody crushes that pureness in your heart, they don't come back. You don't have the ability to just blindly trust no more. That's gone.
Right.
And I don't know, I can't speak for everyone, but I will say for me, that ain't never coming back. That's never coming back. I'm always going to have one eye open and one eye closed. I'm never going to be that naive person that was just, oh, I'm so freely giving and I love you know. I'm always looking upside the side of your head. I'm always waiting.
I think
That's just the way it is because it's a deep injury.
think about it from the I think about it from the standpoint of every time you see a dog, once a dog has chased you, you still kind of looking at dogs with a side eye. And it's a situation where it's like, okay, I know that is going to be something that I either have to deal with or whatever, and I find the ways to manage the anxiety, but I am never going to be as trusting of an animal that way again, because I've had this one experience. The little poodle don't mean me no harm. The little tiny, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so for me, that's where I'm just like, I don't even have the ability, that's real, to even access that anymore.
Yeah.
The way that I felt to have that kind of love for you, I can't even access it. It's like searing that complete thing off, like like a soldering iron. You just burn the edges off. And
So I can feel that. I can feel that. So definitely, like I'm gonna do, like I'll do. But if somebody burned me to the point where that was a slap in the face, no, I wouldn't want to do that anymore. But at the same time, if I was the other person on the receiving end, I wouldn't want anyone to treat me a certain way because of their past or what has happened to them.
But I don't think that it becomes a situation where you're just like, oh, you ain't gonna never get no chicken out of me anymore.
Right. And I get
but
that.
it's like internally, you're like, let me hold some of this. Exactly. Let me hold some of this back. Or I'm gonna call you on it. Like, and love you, honey. We have this issue all the time where she's just like, as soon as I get up, it's like, can you give me whatever she desires from the kitchen that she's had in her brain for the last 10 minutes? And so for me, I'm just like, in the beginning, it's like, no problem. You can even ask me, and I'm not even going to the kitchen. Girl, ask me what you need. I got you. Now it's like, I can get up, you can get up too. Yeah. Right? And so the kind of anything you want, anything you like is kind of gone.
Yeah.
And that don't mean I don't care about it, but it's like,
it's exhausting.
You can get up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if it should have ever existed.
Okay.
That's just my take on life now that I'm 49 years old. I don't know that it should have ever existed.
Okay.
You know, those meals that I used to cook when I was 22 and brand new in the marriage, and when I stayed up for 3 days cooking Thanksgiving meal, and my husband laughing went to his mama's house because I didn't cook the gravy from scratch. The one thing that I didn't cook from scratch, I can't eat this food because I know that gravy came out of a jar.
Yeah.
Everything else, 3 days.
Yeah.
That should have never been there.
Yeah.
I should have never done all that. I should have let him know from the very beginning, I'm going to do this, this, and this.
Right.
You eat it or you don't.
Right.
So I feel like some of the things that we have done, we set ourselves up for failure because we should have never been that gracious.
You're
we should have never been that giving.
But
and sometimes you can overgive.
Yeah.
Okay. But I also feel like the reason that you feel the way that you feel is because you're still young. Okay. So as you go and you keep getting hurt over and over again, you'll start to kind of lean towards the way that Lysa is, because the way that Lysa is, 2 years ago, I thought the same way you did.
Okay.
3 years ago, I felt the same way that you did. I agree with her.
Okay.
Because it's experience.
I agree. I definitely agree, because like she said, I have a significant other at home too. So I'm the cooker, and sometimes it's like it's a slap in the face. Like, no, I don't want to do that all the time. So I'm not gonna do it. So I have come into my own, and I do understand.
But I do feel like it's where you start.
Right.
I feel like you may be starting at a more balanced place than I was. My start was unbalanced because I was willing to do whatever. It's like you said, I was willing to, hey, you want a full meal from scratch? I'll do that. I took off work to make sure. I would do whatever I needed to do. But I do feel like that was unbalanced.
That's real. I feel like it might have been too much to start with.
Someone should have told me, and when I was young, do not give that much.
Yeah.
You cannot give
I feel that.
nobody too much of yourself, because once they use and abuse that, it's hard for you to get back.
That's right.
Yeah,
and then
that's right.
I think that as what we could start telling our young ladies is to, I'm not gonna say match energy, but do not overextend yourself.
Don't overextend.
Don't overextend yourself for someone who definitely would not do the same for you.
Right.
And it got to be reciprocity.
It has to.
If you're not doing as much and putting as much effort as me, then we need to balance this out.
That's right.
I should have said, as a young woman getting married, I should have said, Okay, so how many meals you gonna make for me?
Mm-hmm.
Or how many meals are you taking me out for?
Right.
What energy are you gonna expend on a work night?
Yeah.
You know, when you gotta come home from working an 8-hour job and cook a whole scratch meal. And you know, my situation was different, and I think very extreme, because the more I talk to people, they were like, I've never heard of a man like that. So I understand my situation was extreme, because he wouldn't even eat leftovers. So you want me to cook big food, but then you say I don't eat leftovers.
That's my second.
You gotta cook every night. And I'm working a full-time job, and I did that, and I went along with that for about 5 years. After 5 years, I was like, man, I don't care if you eat cornbread. I don't care if you eat a piece of bread with some butter on it. I don't care if you don't eat it all. You better get them in or sausages. You better eat up a hot dog. And that was only 5 years of that. I was like, you got me messed up.
Yeah, I did work. And
Shoot, let me read some of these comments. Kimberly Green. Hey, Kimberly. She said,
Hey, girl.
Hey. People get comfortable.
Yeah, too comfortable.
Hey, Z. Zervonia Gibbs. She says, nice conversation, ladies. I do hope that eventually our hurt men and women find the person that allows them to be the best version of themselves. I do understand being guarded, though. Yeah, the best version of me is helping you just enough.
A good point Lisa made
a
few minutes back was kind of along when you said that mental health is just as important as physical health. And I think that it's something that for our children especially, that we should start teaching them to gauge their mental capacity or mental in, you know, whatever they're feeling, even as much as you would tell me that you have a bubble because you fell. Because the thing is that a lot of times our children end up in relationships where they accept things because we haven't taught them as children that they have the right to set boundaries of their own.
Yes.
And to say, this made me uncomfortable. Right. I didn't like it when she said that. It could just be a simple, she hurt my feelings when she told me I couldn't play with her toy. And being able to teach them that that's okay. That's her toy. She has that right. If she does something to you, you have this right. And I think that when we don't give that language to our kids, you see it in school, right? You end up subjecting them to bullying, which ends up manifesting in their relationships as somebody they're dating bullying them.
Yeah, because they haven't learned what's okay and what's not okay.
Exactly.
And they have to be the gauge. You set the standard for
decide.
Well, they set the standard for them.
Yes.
Because sometimes when you're a kid, if somebody puts you down and you ain't hurt, you be like, oh, that's
okay.
I'm not right. They didn't hurt me.
Exactly.
But you have to teach them the standards.
How did that make you feel?
Yeah, you have to teach them the standards.
All right with that?
But then as they get older, they have to be. Like I tell my boys, I tell them all the time, your voice should be the loudest voice in your head. You can't listen to what everybody else say. You got to listen to what you feel. And if you feel wrong, I don't care who say it ain't.
That's right.
If you feel wrong.
That's right.
I mean, that's what other cultures teach their people, because they feel wrong if you forget they bread at the restaurant.
Absolutely. And they are quick to let you know. And that's real, because even at 46, I'm having to convince myself, like, you can say that. You can advocate for yourself. You can speak these things, because a lot of times, just as kids, you already feel powerless. You're the smallest person in the situation.
Yes.
And so if the adults that care about you don't let you know this is your power. Yeah. I am not here to overpower you. I'm here to protect you, because there are things that you don't understand in the world, but you have every right to participate with me in how you move through this experience.
Right,
because it's their life. Yes. That's their life. And so how I feel about certain things is totally different. How old is the baby is? What's the baby's name? Kyler, how Kyler feels about something, and we need to figure out what's upsetting for you. And just telling Kyler to shut up will get him to being that grown man that don't want to hear what you got to say. Right. Because feelings make me uncomfortable at 35. Because my mama wouldn't let me understand, help me understand what I'm, you know what I'm saying? It just goes, and
it goes back to you are a product of your environment. You are what they teach you.
Yes.
And that's why at the end of the day, I know we don't want to hear this, black women, but we got to be responsible for how these men turn out, because we are a lot of the mothers. A lot of the teaching is coming from the mothers. Oh my God. So at the end of the day, we got to be responsible.
The Amy's now.
Yes. And the grannies and the Amy's and the grannies.
Oh my God.
We got to be responsible, because that's the reason why I take my role as a mother so seriously. I tell my boys all the time, First of all, you're not gonna run over me. You're not gonna disrespect me.
That's right.
But I'm not gonna wield my title like I could do anything to you.
Right.
Just because I'm your mother, no. If I'm out of line, you tell me.
Right.
Because I'm human.
Right.
Now tell me respectfully.
Right.
Exactly.
So
But
let's
still,
right.
tell me.
No.
Yeah,
Right.
let me know.
Let me
Right.
know I'm still human. I'm not superhuman.
Right.
Let me read some of these comments.
Okay,
Kimberly
so-
Green says, Lisa Danae, them jokers out there. They expect so much and give so little. That's so true.
That's true.
She also says women want to be seen and heard. Yes, absolutely. Zarvonia says, I think that we should also teach young ladies to not lose themselves. It's
Right.
so easy to do so.
Yes.
We're making up our roles and relationships as we are in it. I agree about boundaries. And Miriam says, so true. Now, we are already at 35 minutes in. It don't seem like it. So we're going to take a quick break, and we are going to come back and wrap up this discussion. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's your girl Lysa Danae, and I want to tell you about a product that has changed my life. Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain products are infused with a Nobel Prize-winning material called graphene. It's the graphene strip that provides the various health benefits that can improve your quality of life during that time of the month. Listen, I've been very loyal to a certain brand of feminine products, but I've never experienced the results I get with Rain products. The difference is in the graphene strip. Using Rain products has totally eliminated the painful cramps I experience, and it can also help balance your body's pH, eliminate harmful bacteria, and help fight fatigue. Graphene moves heat away from your core to keep you cool and comfortable. Ladies, it's time to upgrade your feminine care with products that not only offer protection, but also improve your health and wellness. Place your order today and receive your premium sanitary napkins delivered directly to your door. Visit www.drfcare.com to make your purchase today. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lysa Danae and Stunner Radio sent you.
All right. We are back. It's Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. And we are going to pick up on a discussion. We have Zoe here, and she's going to talk to us about.
Okay, so I just want to know, why are the girls that are on Instagram, like the Instagram chicks, they're girlfriends. They are not important people. These are NBA young boy girlfriend, little baby mama, the baby's baby mama. Like these are not important people, and they are becoming famous really off of being baby mamas and girlfriends.
I mean, I agree with the fact that they have become famous because of who they done slept with, had a baby with. But that's what Kardashians did.
That's
I mean,
exactly
they're
what
just
Kim
following the
Kardashian
playbook, and I ain't mad at them. I feel like get your money. Don't degrade yourself though, and be mindful of what your child will see in the future. But I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at them at all.
I'm not mad at them.
I say get your money.
I just didn't know that these were really just girlfriends. I thought these were people with maybe hair or like lash extension lines or something. These people are,
because they become famous off silly stuff, like I had a baby by somebody,
right,
or I slept with this person. You notice in some of the reality shows that have wives in the title, like Basketball Wives and Housewives, half of them ain't even married,
girlfriends,
and they've been girlfriends and ex-girlfriends. Ain't been with that person in years.
Right.
So I mean, that's just the way our society is. The ratings, they get the ratings, and just like on Instagram, they get the views.
But be productive. Back yourself up. Put some money into something and now promote yourself. Make your own brand. Do something with yourself instead of still just posting on Instagram with you and your baby doing TikToks.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I didn't know who Bambi was until she was with Scrappy. And now she has a big following with her third child.
But time out. Did you know that Bambi was on Love and Hip Hop in the Jacuzzi with Kirk and Benzino?
No.
Yes.
No, I absolutely did
If you
not.
go back and look at those clips, Bambi was in the hot tub with two of her friends, with Benzino
Wow.
and Kirk.
Wow.
She been trying to get on.
Yes.
See, I think I know from just being a woman that a lot of these women target these men for that reason. They want to be known. They want to be seen. So they're going to target somebody and have a baby by them. I mean, the Becky's been doing it for years.
Right.
I had a friend when I was in college, and I asked her, I would never forget this long. Like, what are you going to be majoring in? She said, finding a black athlete. That's my major.
Listen, Kamala Lee is the ultimate baby mama. Okay,
Yeah.
she married all these rich men and had a child by them. Make sure she did.
And she got a rainbow coalition.
Rainbow.
And I ain't mad at her.
And a rainbow bank account.
And she has a rainbow both bank accounts
Yes,
back
And then got him to put her back on baby fat.
And I ain't mad at her because
The first husband.
but you know, she's a shining example because she makes sure all her baby daddies could be in one room and they all backing it up, shaking hands with each other, even hugging the kids.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody
nobody
mad.
baby mama.
Yeah.
She ain't messy.
She a baby mama about her paper.
She got
Yeah.
that snapper.
And so,
Clearly.
going back to Bambi, don't get me wrong, I like Bambi. I've always liked Bambi when she was on Basketball Wives with Malaysia. They straight from
She was on that too.
Yeah, they from Compton. So I've always loved Bambi, but I do appreciate how she's doing something with herself. She didn't just sleep with Scrappy or marry Scrappy and have kids by him.
Yeah.
She has been
She predominantly had
right.
kids
She
by him,
has
but-
stuff.
I mean,
But I think if you ever get in those circles, you'll see some of these women, that is their profession.
Right,
That's
right,
it.
right.
Let me find a
Right.
rich
Let me
athlete
stay
or a
fine
rich
so I
musician.
can
That's
stay-
it.
Even
Because if you
young people.
notice,
Interesting.
the girl that was with oh God, which one was it? I want to say Lil Bow Wow is now with Dr. Dre. Like a major upgrade.
Who are you talking about?
No, it wasn't Bow Wow. The girl that's with Dr. Dre now
She
was with some little teeny bopper singer, and I don't remember which one it was, but she just got a major upgrade. Yeah,
She with Dr. Dre?
Yes.
Didn't Dr. Dre just get a divorce?
He ain't even. It ain't.
Oh, April Jones, baby, she was with no, Lucas and Omarion. That's Omarion's baby mama.
she is a
She's fake.
no.
That's
She was upgraded, honey.
Right.
Dre is a billionaire with a B.
But she's
Yeah, get it, girl.
She's a
Yeah.
boat. She's a billionaire.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in her defense, it's women out here busting it down for free.
Wow, for free.
Busting it down and they ain't got a food in the
For food
refrigerator.
stamp.
Busting it down and they can't even get their rent paid.
And that's
So if
sad.
you won't bust it
That's
down,
sad. You need to
bust
bust
Bust it down for a
something.
billionaire.
You need to bust it down for something.
We'll drop down your cheek longer.
Okay.
At least they
More
can
power
pay you.
to her. More power to her.
But
But see,
Trick-
but she's a perfect example.
But see, the thing about April, you don't play the game the way that you played the game. You don't go sleep with your baby daddy's
Best friend.
bandmates.
It's a
Because they were not friends.
Yeah,
they were
weren't.
not
They
best
just
friends.
worked
They were
together.
just working together. J Boog was the one who put all them together.
But you know, let's just be honest and be real. We all know somebody who would do it.
Right.
I know somebody who would do it, and that's why you keep your man away from them type of things.
Exactly.
Because we all know somebody who
Absolutely.
Exactly.
use their vagina to get
what
where
they
they're
want.
going in
Yeah.
life.
Mhm.
And you gotta keep
That's
keep
sad.
boundaries with them kind of women. They out there.
I don't play with them kind of women.
Them
Okay.
I don't play with y'all.
You can't sit with us.
Yeah, exactly. We don't socialize. We are not compatible.
But she knows what she wants because Trick was trying to trick, and she was like, no.
Absolutely
No.
not.
No.
Who is this? That
Trick
girl?
Daddy,
But
yes.
Trick Daddy got money though.
Trick Daddy has
He's
a
not
decent
attractive.
amount, and
Right.
he not no more. He not.
It's
He's
Drake.
like Florida Evans.
And
More
Drake.
than-
No,
More
she
than
said he was
Drake.
not attractive.
He's not anymore.
No,
But
He
no.
never was.
Hey,
He used to be all right.
be.
He was all right.
Oh,
He
with
was
that
fine.
girl?
Yeah.
He was fine. Yeah, he
Oh,
was
I love
fine.
him.
He had a body. He was fine.
Listen, I love
Yeah,
him.
Trick was fine.
Yes, he was. I love when them TV shams.
If you go back and find
Yes,
when he
they
was
gold them diamonds,
Then
baby.
you'll see the Trick that was fine
I
when you
love
find Rick
it.
Ross when he was skinny.
Okay.
And when you find Trina,
Okay.
she was whoop whoop.
Yeah.
He was fine then.
Yeah.
And it's still that Trick Daddy dollars. It's still that
Okay,
baby. Just hit the
Trick
gym,
Give me
baby.
a year.
Hit the
And
gym.
Trick still looks
I'll
the
ask
same.
your girl.
She still looks the
Give
same.
me a year. Give me a year.
Did y'all know who the richest person on Love and Hip Hop is?
Who,
Yandy.
Yandy?
Yeah, she's been in the industry.
She
for
was
a
the
long
one
time.
who helped start the show.
Yeah, and she worked with who did Mama say she was with? Yandy was trying
She
to
worked
push
with
a
a lot of
show in the beginning. I'll come back to it.
But see, the
But
thing
yeah.
about Yandy, the reason why she probably has money now is because she got into a lot of nonprofit organizations. She started going into the stuff like with the jails and stuff like that. When Mendices got locked up, she really went hard
Yes,
on
she
it.
started going hard.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Got
And she got a
arrested
lot of
and
network. She
everything.
met
Yes.
with a lot of people.
And she got with a lot of good people, and she started doing some good things. And that's what I'm talking about.
What I'm saying,
She started doing a lot of good things for the community and a lot of calling attention to a lot of the treatment of the inmates and all those things. And that I can commend Yandy for. You came from messy, about to get beat up all the time, from to doing that. No, because Chrissy was on
she
her
was gonna beat
butt.
her up.
I'm talking about she was about to bust her
I don't know if she thought she was messing with Jim Jones or if she gave Jim Jones too much attention.
I don't know, but Chrissy was
gonna
after
beat her up.
Yeah.
She was gonna knock her head off the shoulders.
Yes.
I'm so in the dark because I don't watch this stuff, so I'm in the dark about it. But
It's my ratchet.
Yeah.
My ratchet takes.
now we ever talk about other reality shows, I'm in it.
What you got? Let's go.
I love Married at First Sight.
Let's get into it.
Let me find somebody to Married at First Sight. I'm all there. I'm showing up at the altar. I'm showing up at the altar.
Let's go.
Let's we can arrange that.
Let's get you on.
I'm doing arrangement. But I love Married at First Sight. But this season really it aggravated me because I feel like the producers are not doing their job with these deadbeat people.
Agreed.
Like the guy, I don't know who is, I forget him. You know who I'm talking about. The preacher boy. The boy who dates the preacher, the black boy.
Craig.
Is his name
Craig
Craig?
and Claire. Adam and Claire.
No, I'm talking about black people right now.
Yeah. Clara.
No, he have a baby on the way.
Oh, you talking about Chris?
Chris.
He ain't no preacher kid.
His dad is a preacher.
Is it?
Yes, his dad is a preacher.
Okay, Chris.
And Chris is terrible the way he treated Paige.
Yeah.
You don't get on national TV and say everything about her was good except for her face.
Except
for her face.
Oh, that's a divorce.
But you slept with her 3 times on the first night. So for me, the reason why she was so intent on pleasing him. And if you learn anything from that, learn that everybody don't get your best.
Right.
Oh, look at this little mess.
The thing that was crazy was the thing that was crazy was like when he was standing at the aisle, he was standing at the altar waiting on her to walk down the aisle, right? Her friends, and don't nobody else remember this. Her friends are walking down the aisle, her bridesmaids, and he sees one of them and was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be attracted to her.
Yeah.
Based off of her friends. And then when she came, you could see his expression of discontentment. And he clearly thought that he was going to get some beautiful, think about the previous season. You don't watch. But the previous season had, some really beautiful couples, some really beautiful black couple, beautiful black love. And I feel like he thought he was going to get this model chick. And that's what he was focused on. I want a trophy wife. And coming in and not having what he would have assumed to be a trophy wife, he treated her like crap. He just treated her like crap and is giving her the runaround, like to the point to where, like on the end of the honeymoon, he told her. Well, on the honeymoon, he told her he had his ex was pregnant for him. Mm-hmm. So, welcome to my life. I got a baby on the way. That's how. On the honeymoon. On the honeymoon. That's how he's introduced.
Downright.
Then they get through it. She was like, okay. Let me figure this out. But okay, I'll rock with you. At the end, he was like, okay, I've talked to her. All is good. So they're packing. New wife is like, so, and she talks to him like this, like everything is very whispered. And that's about like, speak up, girl. Mm-hmm. And so she's sitting there and she's like, were you all talking about being together again? And he was like, that's on my thoughts. That's on my mind. And so she's like folding up her clothes and is like,
but first of all, recognize game when game a show itself
shows you from the beginning.
If a man marry you, first of all, y'all need to learn how to read people. I'm so tired of people who don't know how to read people. You got to learn how to read people. When a person is around you and they look kind of like
you stink,
they don't like you.
Yeah, they don't.
They do not like you. If a man like you and he look at you like you stink, he don't like you. Okay, unless you do stink. Mm-hmm. But then he gonna tell you, baby, let's go wash up.
He's not gonna try to hit it 3 times in one night.
3 times, and then the next day say you're just not my type.
Not attracted to you.
But you wanted to have sex 3 times. Mm-hmm. Now she should have felt like a piece of trash on the floor.
That cookie cat was his type.
Yeah, of course. Any, and he ain't fine himself.
No.
Trust me, he is not fine. But I'm into Married at First Sight. We don't want to spend too much time on this show, but
okay,
I'm really into that one.
Start watching it.
It's really so good because you can see the pitfalls, right?
And it gives you. It is like a study in human behavior.
Yeah,
like
it really is.
You are watching one girl who is in a marriage with a man who's like 10 years older than her. And she has a severe anxiety. She drinks to cope. Like, nobody told you this. You're just watching it develop. And you're like, oh, that's why she's going out with her friends and drinking every night, is because she's trying to figure out how she's going to manage this relationship when she gets home.
But she really has feelings for him.
Yeah,
like, they clicked immediately.
Yeah.
I like them because they clicked. I feel like that's what I would think. They clicked immediately. Well, he has some issues. I feel like he's overly masculine and overly
toxic.
Yeah, I hate that term, toxic masculinity. I don't really like that term, but he fits it. He has some of that going on with him, but I really think he's good for her. Georgia is her name, right? Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was a state, but
she needs that stability. I can see that.
He's good for her. But the ones I love is the other black ones, the Latino. Boy,
I can.
The Latino boy. I do not care. I love a macho man.
Vincent and Brianna.
Oh my God. I love a macho man.
He's like,
who is on the Sun radio? Okay, what's going on? What's up? What do you mean? You see this? I'm not doing this. What's going on here?
Okay, let me get on this.
So anyway, we are going to take a really quick break, and we will be right back. Don't go nowhere. We have a word from our sponsors.
Are you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle but have less than perfect credit? Look no further than Mi Amigo Motors, offering in-house financing to help you build or reestablish your credit. All vehicles are put through a multi-point inspection, and their award-winning customer service and on-site service center will make your buying experience stress-free. I know you got your stimulus check and it's tax refund season, so stop by Mi Amigo Motors today at 9729 Long Point Road or give them a call at 832-548-5927 to reserve your appointment for their VIP approval. Again, that's 832-548-5927. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
What is going on?
This show is sponsored in part by Houston's own multimedia mogul, Lysa the Boss Lady, motivational speaker, travel agent, sales consultant for Bye Bye Belly, Bedroom Candy, and Candy Coated Cosmetics, and coming soon, the co-host of the hot new talk show, Love and Entrepreneurship. If you're looking to start a business or you just need some inspiration, contact Lysa the Boss Lady. It's time to boss up in 2021. Follow her on Facebook and Instagram at Lysa the Boss Lady or visit her website, LysaTheBossLady.com. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
All right, we are back with Black Coffee with a Side of Tea, and it is time for us to wrap up. This hour went by so fast.
It did.
I love catching up with y'all.
Oh, thank you so much, Ezekiel Patterson Elliott. Just showing some love, some support, virtual hug.
Thank you, Nugget.
Thank you, Ezekiel. That's my road dog. So, yeah, we need to wrap up. Ladies, what do you have going for the week? Where can people find you? Social media, support you? I know Lysa the Boss Lady got something going on tomorrow.
Yes. If you are single, if you're an entrepreneur, come and chill with us at Keontae's Lounge. We're having a meet and greet for single entrepreneurs, and we are considering making it an ongoing thing. So come, check the vibe, get some rum punch, drop a diss track, all that good stuff.
What time?
It's from 3 to 6 on tomorrow. We are hosting in person, myself and Chef Square. Lisa Danae gonna be there.
I will be there.
Miriam gonna be there. Ladies Richie Rich gonna be there.
Richie Rich gonna be there.
Melissa's gonna be there. It's gonna be quite the turnout. So I'm super excited about that. So y'all come out if you're a single entrepreneur. Definitely come out and have some good food at Keontae's, because look, she go down in that kitchen and them rum punches.
I can't do the rum punch no more.
Get it, Lysa.
Yes, child. Yes, child. Yeah, we're gonna get Lysa to get on the table. We're gonna get her 2 rum punches.
No point in me changing. What you got going on, Zoe? How can we find you?
So you guys can follow me on Instagram at Zoe_Roz. So I do a few different things. I have candles. I just made a lot of new
Congratulations.
candles. So yeah, guys, check those out.
Okay.
I also work with Girls to Mom. It's a nonprofit organization for single mothers in the community. So all month long, we're doing a diaper drive. So you guys can come by, drop off anything or whatever you guys want to drop off to support the single mothers in our community.
Absolutely. We definitely got to drop off on behalf of Stunner Radio.
I am Latriva Deneen on the socials.
AKA Latriva D.
Thank you. And I don't have anything going on right now, but I have some things going on right now, so stay tuned.
Well, you can follow me on all social media platforms, Lysa Dene, and I am just basking in the newness of being in our own studio here at Stunner Radio. I don't have anything going on right now besides Stunner Radio and being a mom and choosing.
Here we go.
So just so you know, somebody about to get chose.
Hey.
And if you don't know what that means, y'all,
It's today. Yeah. You got 13 days to choose.
13 days, and I'm choosing. So
Countdown begins. They count down.
7:30. I'm waiting. I'm gonna put it on the calendar.
if you haven't put your hat in the ring, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna put
tell
it on
you,
the
but
calendar.
I'm choosing.
I'm do it.
Because she choosing, baby.
I'm choosing, and it's gonna be a wonderful whoever I choose. Whosoever it be, he gonna have some good days. in his
Choose you
life.
this
That's
day.
all I
That's
have
what
to
the word
say.
say. That's Bible.
So anyway, thank y'all so much for hanging with us, tuning with us. If you happen to be watching or listening on the replay, please put in the comments #replay so that we can acknowledge you. If you're listening on our other platforms, please let us know because we definitely want to shout you out if you're listening on iHeartRadio. We also are going to be incorporating our call-in number very soon because we have our number, but we got to get it out to you guys. So you will be able to call in and talk to us on the phone. So anyway, Latriva D.
So it's been a wonderful Saturday with you all. We are so excited. We are here. We are in our studio. We have shows coming through. So let us know if you want to be on. We are ready for you. So right here, Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. We'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in.
If you're looking for healthy meal prep, family-style meals, or catering for your next event, look no further than the East Traveling Square Kitchen with Chef Square, Alan Phillips, specializing in soul food, family-style dining, and southern flavor. Chef Square can adhere to dietary needs like keto and bariatric meal prep without compromising on taste. Take advantage of weekly meal plans like the Starter Pack, 5 meals for $75 with 3 entree choices. Additional meal plans and contact-free delivery is available. Contact Chef Square of the East Traveling Square Kitchen today at 832-495-8836 and tell them Stunner Radio sent you.